Crowded streets reveal much about us. In the rush of footsteps, in the blur of faces, compassion is often the first thing to disappear. People hurry past, eyes lowered, hearts closed. And yet, sometimes it is in the busiest places that the clearest picture of love appears. It was late afternoon when the city street was most alive. Horns blaring, vendors calling, people weaving through traffic as the winter wind pushed against them. The world felt too busy to notice anything. And then it happened. A man stumbled. No one saw how it began. Maybe his legs gave out, maybe his hunger was too much, but he fell hard onto the sidewalk. The crowd parted slightly, some stepping around him, others glancing only long enough to shake their heads. He was dirty, ragged, his coat thin, his face unshaven. A few people muttered, "Drunk." Others whispered, "Not my problem." The crowd kept moving. But not everyone. A woman paused. She was not wealthy, her clothes simple, her bags heavy from the market. She looked at him, and something inside refused to let her pass. She knelt, touched his shoulder, and said gently, "Sir, can you hear me?" His eyes opened, glassy with pain and shame. He tried to push her away. "Leave me, I'm fine." But she didn't leave. She set her bags down, took off her scarf, and wrapped it beneath his head to cushion him from the cold concrete. Still, the people flowed around them like a river, avoiding a stone. Some shook their heads, some smirked. A few pulled out their phones, not to help, but to film. The woman called out, "Can someone help me lift him, please?" Silence. The crowd stared, but didn't move. Finally, one young man stepped forward, a delivery worker with a backpack still strapped on. Together, they lifted the fallen man and guided him to a nearby bench. The woman opened her bag and handed him bread and fruit she had just bought for her own family. She pressed it into his trembling hands. He began to weep, not from hunger alone, but because someone had finally seen him. By the time an ambulance arrived, the woman's groceries were scattered, her scarf left behind. But the man was safe, no longer alone, because one person chose to stop. That busy street became a holy place that day. The parable of the Good Samaritan is not just about an ancient road from Jerusalem to Jericho. It is about every crowded street we walk today, every moment when compassion can either be silenced by convenience or made visible by courage. Love rarely appears in grand speeches. More often, it shows up in interruptions, in inconveniences, in the small decision to stop when everyone else keeps moving. And maybe the question for us is this: in the crowded street of our own lives, will we step around the wounded, or will we kneel beside them? Because the Good Samaritan is not a story we admire from afar. It is a story waiting to be lived.